Welcome to my Picsart Designs. This is the image we are going to do today. It is what I call the artistic actress headshot. This is an artistic rendition of a portrait design of an old school actor's headshot taken to an audition as part of their portfolio. And it's a very simple design, very smooth design. It's very easily done. And I want to show you how to create this image with your PNG image. Okay, let's get started. I know life is complicated enough. That's why I keep it simple. I am the one RJ1. Welcome to my channel. Okay, as always, before we start, please watch the entire video before attempting this design. That's good advice for any tutorial because it's always a good idea to know the entire process before starting so that you will know what problems or obstacles you may be facing, if any, before you get started. With that said, let's get started. Let's go to the Picsart app. Open up the Picsart app and let's make something awesome today. Okay, let's go down to the plus symbol. Go to all photos, go to recent, and I want to go down and introduce you to the folder. Now this folder is a very simple folder. It only holds 3 images. That just goes to show you just how simple this design is going to be. Okay, let's go back. Let's go down to the bottom and let's choose one of these color backgrounds. I choose the white color background. Let's go and choose tools, choose crop. And considering this is going to be a portrait image, I will look for that template down the bottom. We will tap portrait and go to the top and tap check mark. Now we will start going to that folder that I referred to. Let's go down to add photo. Let's go to recent, tap recent. Let's go down to that folder. Now what we want to do is grab the PNG image because the white background is already there, and considering we aren't really going to have a background, it's just going to be a clear white background. We don't have to concern ourselves with trying to put a background in. So I'm going to add the PNG image, the PNG cutout image that is already pre-made and cut. Now let's go down to crop. Crop away any areas that I'm not really going to need. Tap the check mark. Now this part, I want to fade the bottom. Let's refer to the other image here. I want to show you. Right here down the bottom where the name is, we want to fade that out so I can place the name down there. But it's kind of like a ghosted, faded image that I want to do down the bottom with the eraser tool. So what I want to do is try to position the head up a little higher because the name is going to go down the bottom. And you want to kind of balance the image out to sort of make it even. If I place the image in the center, it'll be too low. So what I want to do is place the image up just a little higher and tap my eraser. Go down to where it says erase, tap that, tap it again. Take the hardness all the way down to 0. Now increase the size to about 50, about halfway. Now go down and tap the erase button again to remove the tools. Now let's go in here and see what effect this part is going to have. See if it covers the area that I need it to cover. It appears to be doing very well in covering the area I need. So I'm going to leave the size the way it is. So what you do is raise up off it a little bit and just kind of do it like you're doing a painting. And see how easily that is fading the edge. It's not really that complicated. This is a very simple design to do. But for some, it may take a little bit of practice when it comes to the fading part, because the fading part is kind of like painting. You don't want to mess around and make it the edge too hard or too soft, and you keep going over and over again and you're doing too much. Sometimes it's going to take a little bit of practice to get that softness down. Okay, now that we have the image the way we want it, tap the check mark. Now I have that fade. Now let's see, how large do I want the image to be? I don't want it to be that large. Kind of centered, because I want it to be kind of an artistic photo as well. Okay, we'll place the image right there. Now what I want to do is tap the check mark, because I have it positioned where I want, and I'm finished with that. Now what I want to do is go down to where it says beautify, tap auto. That'll give it a kind of a ghosted soft image to it. Remember when I said I want this to look like an old-fashioned photo, but it's sort of up to date, but it's still kind of old-fashioned in the way that the sharpness is not there. There's a whole lot of soft edges in this. So let's tap the check mark. That looks good. Now what we want to do is work on getting the text in. So tap the check mark again, because I'm finished with the beautify. Let's go down to text. Now let's go over to look at the first letter. It's going to be a very large letter. Then the rest of the letters are going to be slightly smaller, and I want to put them at an angle. So that's what I'm going to work on doing now. Alright, first I want a large letter B. Tap the stroke, bring it down some. Let's go over and find the font that we're looking for. Now, I'm not even gonna disillusion myself, if you want to say that, into thinking that I know exactly what these fonts say, because I don't. But I do recognize which one is which, and this is a sort of a design cursive font that I like to use. Let's tap stroke. But you can use any type of font that you want. Remember always, this image, this design is not written in stone. It does not mean that you have to use the exact type of font that I use. Now I want to place this slightly at an angle. I want to choose a color, pink. Take the stroke, the edges just a little bit down more. And I want to go over and add a shadow. I'm not going to make any adjustments to the shadow, because it already has preset to exactly where I want it. Blur is at 50, 70 position, and everything is exactly where I need it to be. So I'm not going to make any adjustments, but you can make adjustments using the tools if you choose to. And what I want to do is angle this slightly, bring this in some. I don't want it so close to the edge. You use the little white dots around the edges to make adjustments like you want to. Now I want to put this B right here, sort of in the center, in the outside part to the edge, because when I put the rest of the letters in, it'll kind of balance itself out across the screen. So this whole letter B right here is going to be off to the left side. Tap the check mark. Now what I want to do is go to text, type the rest of the name. stroke. See, the fonts are not the same. I gotta change the font to make it look the same as the first letter. Now I want to adjust the stroke. Give it the color that I want, which is pink. Now I'm going to set this at an angle so it matches that letter B. Now go over and tap the shadow. Remember, I told you the shadow is already preset to exactly where I want it to be. Now some may place it in the center, some may want to place it up here, but this is not quite a balance. Lower to the bottom, slightly here, it's more balanced out. Now you see the name Brenda is there. And that is pretty much the end of the design. Like I said, it was very simple, very easy to make. All you have to do is go through the entire video, watch how I did it, and go back and make your own. It's a very simple design, very easy to do. So what I would like you to do is always have fun, enjoy the design, and like the design itself is not written in stone, so you do not have to follow it exactly the way it is. This is basically just a guideline for you to follow, play with it, add effects like you want to, and just pretty much make the image your own. But most of all, have fun. Enjoy yourself. And that's pretty much the end of the video, and I thank you for watching. Let's save this. Save. And we are out. And please like, share, and subscribe. I'm hoping that this video helped you and hopefully everyone else that needs to see this. Here's my QR code, quick response code. Screenshot or take a picture, save it, use it, and or share it to get directly to my YouTube page. And last but certainly not least, thanks for watching.